Welcome back to my Let's Play series. This is episode 3, and today I think we will be doing some more work over here at the fields that I have been working on. So since the last episode I have added a field here, and I've added another field which is a beetroot field because I felt a little bit brave, you know. And another thing that I did was that I removed the water from the fields, so there's no more water in the fields, and it looks way better. It looks so much better, you know. Last time I showed off the fields, there were so many holes in them since there had to be a place for the water, you know, and I can't grow wheat on top of that. So I just simply chose to remove it, and it looks way better. Kinda annoying that mobs still trample my fields, and it's so annoying, so maybe I'll have to do some mob proofing in the area, but I like how it looks so far. So the plan for this episode is that I will make some windmills, and maybe I will expand the farms even more. And I was thinking about making a windmill because over here we have a farmer villager that has just been living in this this house that I've just kind of kept for some reason. I removed the entire village except this house, and I think it's time for this guy to get an upgrade. So I'll probably make him like a farmhouse / windmill. So I will probably hop into my creative world because I kind of want to take you guys along with me and show the process of building, since I have not really been showing how I build. I've always just kind of been building after schematics, so I want to show you guys how I make my builds. So I'll see you in my creative world. Welcome to my creative world. So this is where I make my builds for my survival and also sometimes for multiplayer servers. This is just where I make my builds, and I kind of want to show you guys how I go through the process of building and how I build and my thought process when building, etc. The first thing I do when I have to build is find inspiration. So I found this build on Pinterest by Villainouslegume, I think that's pronounced. And this is going to be my main inspiration for the build. So when I'm building normally, I don't have a plan for this build. I'm just kind of going to go to monkey mode and use the inspiration picture very loosely. And the first thing I normally do when I build is I get a concrete block. Doesn't matter what color it is, but it's just a nice block to use for outlining a build. So for this build, I think we're going to go probably 7 blocks wide, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This might actually be a little too long, so I'll actually just I'll just make it a little shorter. So now we have a 13 by 7. This is a little boring, this shape, so I'll add a few more shapes to it, and I'll see you guys when I've done that. Okay, now I've made some more outlines. I think over here is I will make a tower, and the red areas is kind of just like some jut outs. So here we'll have the entrance, and there will be enough space in here to have a villager live here, but also have some storage for all my wheat and seeds and stuff. Okay, now I have extended the height of the house, and I think the next step is just gonna be making some roofs. So for that I'm also just gonna be using some concrete to kind of outline where I will make the roof. And Axiom makes it way easier to make roofs since I can kind of just extend them like this. So this is Axiom is such a good mod for building. It's such a nice mod. Like, it makes you, I don't want to say it makes you better at building, but it saves you a lot of time when you have to build things. It can really be a time saver, and this is what I really like about the mod. There we go. Now we have added a roof, and I think I will make some little, I don't know what you call this in English, the fucking things that poke out, the thing, you know what I mean, like these things. I'll probably not have them there, but the things that look like that, I don't remember what they're called. The tower, I'm not gonna make like a medieval tower. I'm kind of just gonna add a roof on it, I think is the correct, well, not correct, but the way I want to make it look. Okay, so I changed the design of the house a little bit. I added like another jut out to the house, so it kind of has this shape now. So next thing I am going to do is kind of just replace the blocks. Okay, so now we have changed the textures of the house. So now you can kind of get an idea of the color scheme that I am going for in this house. It's very similar to the picture I found online. What I'm gonna start working on is texturing. And for the texturing, I'm gonna be going in with some diorite, and I'm also gonna be using some calcite. Actually, the first thing I'll do is just add some shading. And the easiest way to add shading is kind of just go to where it normally would be dark in real life. So it would be darker underneath the roof, since this is where the shadow hits. So I will come in with some tuff, and I'll kind of just smoothen it out with some andesite, since it blends pretty well in. And we'll do the same here, kind of just add a little bit, not too much shading here. And we're just gonna go around kind of under the roof and just add in some places. Now I have added in a bit of rough shading and some shadows and stuff, and now I'll kind of start coming in with the details of the floor down the bottom floor, and then I will start working on the roof afterwards. So let me add some details. So I have added some details, and the house still looks pretty plain, so I will keep on going, and the next thing I'll do is probably just texture the roof, so it's not just some boring deep slate. I'll add in some variation, some cobbled deep slate of course, and I will use some deep slate bricks and maybe some black stone and stuff. Okay, that's the roof textured. I even added in a spot of what kind of reminds me of algae. Yeah, I think it looks way nicer now with the textured roof. Definitely not as boring as it looked before, but still got some work to do, especially over here on the tower. I even added like a little jut out. So time to texture the tower. Oh, okay, I forgot to record, but I'm almost done with the house designing. I've kind of just been using a mix of diorite and calcite, and I put in some sandstone. I'm still not completely done with the house, but it's getting there. This is how it looks so far. I just need to add the windmill part of the house, and then I will be pretty much done with it. But I think I'll add another one of these. Add a little bit of variation over here. So, oops. So yeah, this is how it looks so far. Pretty happy with it. So I'll see you guys when I have added the windmill part. Okay, so I have added the windmill part of the house, and I have added the texturing to the rest of the build, and I think I'm just about done with the build. I also added in some pillars, and I didn't make them even, since I kind of think they have this funky look to them, and I kind of like that. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done with the house. So I'll head back to the survival world, and I will start the building process, or the material gathering process first. Yeah, so it's a few hours later. I have been taking a break from Minecraft. I went to do some diamond painting, and I don't know what I did, but my wrist is killing me now, and I can barely move my wrist, so that's lovely. Other than that, I have been collecting materials for the house. So the entire house should be in these shulker boxes here. So I guess I will make a time lapse and start building this thing. Okay, this guy has some pretty good traits, since I love using puzzle, mangrove, and rooted dirt, and I always need gray dye, and I always need, stuff like this. So this guy is gonna get sold out, or bought out. Thank you for your business. Come on, come on, come on. Ooh, that looks amazing. Go to sleep, go to sleep. Now the house is complete, and yeah, this is the final result, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks very nice. It took some inspiration from the picture I showed with the fences and ignore that. And the windmill. I tried to make it my own, of course, by adding a tower, and even added this little, I don't even know what you would call this, little jut out, and I even added a, the fuck do you even call that in English? Like a drainage pipe thing? The gutter thing. Yeah, that, you know what I mean. And yeah, so it looks pretty nice. Oh, I forgot to put the gates here. There we go. So I also did an amazing interior. It's just all pretend there's an interior in here. So a little trick I saw on YouTube Shorts, I think, a few months ago, is that you can kind of name a villager something like this: greetings. So now when you walk up to him, kind of looks like he's saying greetings, which I think is really cute. And you know, kind of just adds that little bit of life to your world. You know, just walking up and talks to you. So I think that's pretty cool and pretty neat. But yeah, it hasn't been decorated yet, but I think I'll go for like a cozy vibe when I get around to doing this interior soon. Very, very soon. No, you cannot escape. This is why I put the trapdoors, so he couldn't escape. I don't want like a zombie or anything to... Hey! Why is he doing that? Stop playing with the door. Anyways, this is the farmhouse. I'm pretty happy with it. I think I just need to, of course, add some details on the outside, you know. Want to make like a little porch area. Maybe I'll add a cart, you know, a path, and I have to do a little bit of terraforming around the house. But so far, this looks really, really, really good, and I'm really happy with it. So I guess I will do some decorations and see you guys when I'm done with that. So I kind of made this little, I don't know what you call it, like patio area, and a little, I don't even know what to call this. I just added like some stuff around the build, and I made a path heading to connecting the house up to the main path. I think the next thing I will do, can you shut up, sheep, please, please. Next thing I will do is probably throw a few trees down, and also make I think a cart would fit in very nicely right there. Without further ado, let's get straight to it. I don't know how to transition. I'm giving up. I tried 10 times, and okay, I think right here I will just make a small little cart. I used this cart design a few times before. Yeah, I can't build it here. That was a mistake. Let me tear it down again. So yeah, I think this looks very nice. Just a simple little cart design. Pretty cute. I have this like empty area here between my sheep pen and my super smelter, and I was kind of thinking maybe I should fill it out with a field and maybe a little tree. So I think that's what I'm gonna do before I make some trees over there. Okay, I finished the field, but it's doing that weird thing again, like last episode, where it's kind of acting weird. Like, you see how it's not irrigating this square? It's only doing it up here, which is weird. But anyways, I will make some trees, and this area should be done for now. Okay, nice. I've added the 2 trees here and the field, and this area is really coming together. I think it looks really nice now. I still need to kind of figure out what to do with this area. I kind of... Yeah, okay, I put this up because I needed to remind myself to breed them, because I was making the XP farm. So, yeah, let's just get rid of that for now. But, yeah, this entire area is coming together, and for like, I don't even know how long, maybe half a year, this entire area has just been barren. I have not known what to do with it. And it feels so good that it's finally like slowly coming together. And I really like how it looks. Like the fields add so much to this area. It's just such a nice and also an easy way to just fill out space. It's just to add some big fields. Also, I think I will add a field here and a field here around the farm. And I also kind of had an idea of maybe making a little docks area down here. And same thing with over here, just some docks. And maybe I'll have like a water mill, like a water wheel so we have kind of like a place that produces maybe like energy. So maybe I'll have a water wheel down here and this path will connect to it. So that might be something I'll do in the future, who knows. But yeah, this area so far, I think it looks pretty nice and it's really coming together and I'm pretty proud of it. I'll probably crank out another field. Yeah, it's the next day. I kind of went a little crazy with the terrain, so I have made... What is going on? Just came back. I did a bit of work yesterday. I made kind of like a little docks area, like a little... I don't even know what you call it, dock area. And I added a few more trees just in the area. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense for there to be trees like right next to farmland. Like in real life they would probably have cut them down, but I left them because I left them here, or made them here because I feel like they add a nice bit of nature where it's, you know, because it's pretty flat here. I kind of need some nature in here, you know, some varied height. So I think it looks very nice. Also with me right now I have a beer. This is the last beer I have. My wonderful girlfriend had 3 beers with her, and one of them, it tasted like acid and we threw it out. But now I have, it's a specialty beer, it's like a Christmas beer, and it's a very warm day right now and I'm pretty warm, so you know, I think I would cool down. I want to cool down with a beer, so I'll give this one a taste. Yeah, in case you guys want to... Oh, okay, it turned into a thunderstorm the second I wanted to record. That's so nice. In case you guys wanted to see how it looked from above, this is how it looks. Considering this area before just was a flat... Hey! I thought it would die before it would... Okay. Well, yeah. Considering this was just a flat, you know, area without anything, I think this really is an improvement. I think I kind of want to make like a little like house, maybe, you know, probably here, and then add a... Maybe I'll make like a field or 2 here, just so we have like a little, I don't know, maybe like a fisherman hut and maybe just like a little potato field. This place is really coming along nicely, and I still think I want to make a water mill, water wheel thing down here. I think that would be nice. So I guess I will get straight to it. I don't think I've ever shown you guys my nether hub. So I don't have an... Ah! What is going on? I've never shown you guys my nether hub. This right here is just my nether hub. I kind of have an idea of what I'm gonna do in here, which is to make some custom terrain. So the reason for my nether visit is over here. Sir, can you get away? So this is going to take me to my starter island. This is my starter island. This is where the world began. This is where I made my first little shack. And this is where I have an automatic villager food farm thing, where it grows potatoes and carrots. The reason I'm here is because I want to make a potato field, and I do not have any potatoes. And for some reason there's just a bunch of potatoes laying around here, so I guess I will take them. Thank you very much, sir. So yeah, this is one of the first things I build in this world. Probably, I want to see if there's anything. Nope. I will take the carrots though, but I was hoping there would be more things here. So you could also kind of tell how old this build is, since this is a completely different style from what I build in now. But this is a automatic villager food farm or whatever. So it makes it makes infinite potatoes and carrots, which I can then sell to the villagers. Oh well, I think it's pretty cute still. See, this house was established on day 13, so it's my first house. And you know, it's a pretty cute house. I keep forgetting I made this castle. I need to make like I also want to come in and make a bunch of fields around this area, since I really like this castle. But it's very flat and barren area. So, speaking of in the middle of nowhere, this is spawn. This slab right there is 0, 0. This is where spawn is. And from spawn, I have a path leading around 2,000 blocks to my house. Okay, just a little progress update. I have made the potato field, and it looks pretty nice, if I can say so myself, you know. And very hilly, but yeah, it is what it is. Looks pretty nice. I'll give you a free cameo. Yeah, hasn't grown in yet, but you know, takes time. But yeah, this place is really coming together. I think I'll squeeze in a field right here, maybe, because I think that'll look pretty good. And then I think maybe I'll put one back here actually. So maybe like 1 or 2 fields more, and I'll be done with, you know, the fields. So that's pretty exciting. But just had an amazing dinner and also just cranked out 2 fields. So I made a pretty large potato field that is still growing, and a wheat field. Looks pretty nice, you know. But with that, I think I will also end the video. Okay, for the comment of the day, I actually have a comment, and this is gonna be the first comment I'm gonna read. For some reason, YouTube didn't show me the comment. It was hiding it. So that's very interesting. I don't know what's going on. I have a screenshot of it I can put on screen, but I cannot find it. So it's like, I don't know what happened. Maybe it got deleted. I have no idea what the fuck happened to that comment. I have a comment from Matt Lollipop who says, "Very nice video. Thanks for showing us your Minecraft world. What's your favorite architectural style to build in?" And you know what? That's an excellent question, and thank you. So my favorite style is... I don't even know. So I hope that helps. No, but I don't really have a favorite style. If you asked me last year, I'd probably say medieval. But I'm trying to, you know, branch out from medieval. I'm kind of building more like Renaissance and industrial. So I'm trying to build in that type of, you know, I guess like 1500s to mid to late 1800s. I really like that style as of recent. So yeah, I hope that answers the question. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode, since this episode actually took quite a bit of time to record. I started recording yesterday and I just finished today, so it is quite a long video, and I didn't really have a plan for the video. I kind of just made the fields without any planning, so this was kind of an impulsive build that I kind of just wanted to do for some reason. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!